Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Zmore, the dad in DPS, and we are back once again with another video. Today we're going to be going into the good, the scrap, and the scrip, where we review a weapon that I've got and see how well it does. But before we get into that, let's thank our YouTube members, which are Twice Weeks Buds, Goldie, Wyatt Blackburn, Wallers, me, Mr. Red, Dealfane Gaming, Fad the Druid, Colin G, Gary McKnight, Chris K, Brian RMC, Peggy McKnight, Metal Doom, Matazbo, and Dragon God Slayer X. Thank you very much guys for your support. We can't do this without you. And if you'd like to become a YouTube member, click the join link down below, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. So, let's see what we've got today. Would you like some lead with that, sir? We call it the lead grinder. So, today's weapon is a little interesting one. It's a weapon that I use quite frequently, in different variations. It is the Gatling gun. Now we've got an anti-armor, 25% faster fire rate, VATS crits, fill 15% faster. Now this gun in general is really good. The slow fire rate allows you to get a huge amount of damage in a spaced out amount of time, because each shot is significantly stronger than quite a few weapons. It means that your aiming is usually better, and more often than not it just does a lot of damage. Now anti-armor, faster fire rate, two very good effects in one small package, and because of that it's also very efficient on ammo. If you go into daily ops with this gun, you are going to leave with a lot of ammo, so it's very good to have a prime receiver on one of these, which means when you go into daily ops you're going to just farm prime ammo so easily. But let's get into testing this weapon and showing you just how good it really is. Now I'm not gonna lie, I can count on many hands how many times one of you has been requesting that I use a full health build for some of these weapon damage videos, just to show you what a full health build can do. And I think this is a very good weapon to start with, because individually its hits are quite big, and then you can just slowly whittle down, well I say slowly, you can quickly whittle down most enemies with great ease. That body part is rolling away from me. And it's just a very good weapon. The fire rate on this is improved significantly because of the prefix. So you can see it's just rattling out those shots. Each individual shot is pretty hefty, and I'm able to just sort of smash enemies without any real effort. It's just quite a satisfying weapon to use in general. And on a full health build, I'm pretty much under no real risk of dying to these chumps. So, yeah. Unlike my bloodied build where I'm constantly worried about dying, I just sort of walk in and ruin the day of all these super mutants. Overall, the gun, it's not as powerful as my bloodied variants that I have, for obvious reasons, but it's definitely doing the job and going through these guys relatively quickly. So let's show you what build I'm using. Alrighty, so on to the build. Now this is a combination shotgun, a heavy build, so some of the perks and stuff aren't quite optimised, but we do have travel and pharmacy because I'm in power armour and I need chem weights reduced, bare arms, bandolier for reduced ammo, blocker for melee reduction, and then we've got two full ranks of expert heavy gunner and heavy gunner. Then in here again, skeet shooter just because, and concentrated fire in case I want to use that, fireproof to stop explosions, inspirational for XP, and we do have tenderizer here that could be swapped out for that at any given time. And intelligence, we have scrapper, gunsmith, batteries included and stabilized obviously to help with the damage. Then we've got gun fu in case I decide to use that, action boy just for that extra bit of movability when I'm running around in power armor, adrenaline for that extra damage, and through hiker for again weight reduction, junk shield because quite often I have junk, ricochet, one gun army, starch jeans, class 3 play mess. So overall it's just to try and optimize damage as much as possible while reducing incoming damage. Now it's a foggy, misty day in Appalachia, but let's see how Jeff reacts to getting a barrage of lead from this thing. Let's see if he enjoys it or not. Now the good thing is this gun has quite a decent range, so we can actually blast him from quite a distance. And as he gets closer and closer and closer, you're going to take more and more damage onto him. So there is that. As you can see, he doesn't really hurt me that much. And this gun isn't a fast killer for Jeff, but at the same time, per shot, I'm doing a crap load of damage. So he dies all the same. And he only got one hit me and did nothing. Alright, so as usual we are back to check on the big Queen Deadly and see how this does against her. Now obviously with the anti-armor effect on here and the fact that I'm a full health build, I'm not going to go down particularly easily, and as you can see this is shredding through her armor quite happily. Overall very good for taking her down, and she doesn't really stand a chance of taking me out at all. So yeah, full health with heavy against Queen equals easy kill. So I hear you ask, how does it do in daily ops? Well, like any Gatling gun, it does pretty well. You kill enemies relatively quickly, and the ammo that you recoup is significant in comparison to what you use. Enemies die quick, you get at least around 20 ammo back for like 3-4 shots depending on where you're hitting them and how often you're hitting and all that kind of thing. It is just a very efficient weapon. It doesn't break very often because you're not firing shots as often as most weapons that you could consider automatic, and overall it's just a very, very decent gun. Now, I would never say that this is the most exceptional gun in the world. Its damage is just not ridiculous, but for the fire rate on this variant, combined with the individual shot damage, it's just quite a beast of a gun, and I absolutely love it. You're gonna kill enemies, you're gonna get a lot of ammo, and overall you're going to come out of it up on what you had by thousands. This thing is going to accumulate ammo like hell. To give you an example, on one of my characters I have about 30,000 rounds, and I only made maybe 1,000 at most. So this is an ideal gun to basically use for just accumulating ammo, and then you can always just dump it in the ammo converter. Obviously not the ultra sight ammo, but in general it's very good for daily ops. Very, very good. Now we come up against the boss. As you can see, it does some decent damage. My colleagues here are also shredding him, but yeah, it completely rules daily ops, and I would heavily recommend you use it in the future if you get one. So that was today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hit that join button down below if you wish to support the channel even further. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Very good weapon. Enjoy using Gatling guns in general, and I would heavily recommend that you get a hold of one with decent effects on it in the future. But with that, we'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.